Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And on this episode, I am here with Dewey,
Aloha.
and we are over in the Nether. And Dewey, you've actually found something here that you wanted to show us. It's pretty cool. Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, so if you come into the pathway here and look down a little bit, you'll see there's something kind of dancing around down at the end of the hallway. What that is a blaze spawner. Blazes are important because they will drop something called a blaze rod, which is used in other crafting recipes that we're going to need for our end game. And the other thing that they will drop is sometimes they'll have different kinds of loot and whatnot that I just want because it's shiny and all that fun stuff. Most importantly, the blaze rod. So I'm going to get you to stand right by this tree because what's going to start happening is those blazes, what they'll do is they'll kind of do this little charge up thing. And they have 3 shots that they're going to shoot at me. They are going to try and set me on fire. They'll most likely succeed if I'm not quick enough in my dodging. And then there'll be kind of this downtime between the charges. During that downtime, they are completely vulnerable. They can't defend themselves. They can't kill me or anything like that. So the goal is to try and dodge the fire charges, 1, 2, 3, and then start killing them. So I'm going to get you to stand, yeah, just right there is good. And that way you don't get hit by stuff like that. And okay, so there's our first blaze. You'll see that he's pretty bright yellow, and he's going to start shooting stuff at me very shortly here. And he hits me and he sets me on fire right away.
Yeah, you did.
He'll also set the ground nearby on fire, so then you have to be careful when you're fighting them and making sure that you're not stepping directly into the path of the fire that they just put behind you or in front of you or anything like that. So yeah, I've now successfully conquered the first one, so that means I can sit here for the most part, ish, and he's actually going to kill me, but I'll just cheat a little bit for the purposes of the video. And yeah, it sets me on fire very bad. As we mentioned in the other episode, you can't bring water into the nether, so you got to be really quick on the draw. The better your sword, obviously, the better your survival chances. And where did I just go? There we go. Now if you use Tinker's Construct, you can get a better weapon, better sword. I don't recommend coming up here.
I was going to say, you killed all 3, didn't you?
Yes, but this spawner, see, it's kind of on a little bit of a timer. What the Minecraft code is doing is it's detecting that this is a darkish area, and it's calculating how many mobs are currently in the overworld, how many mobs are in the nether, do I have enough resources to spawn stuff, is it dark enough to spawn stuff, all those kinds of calculations. And then once it reaches a certain threshold, it says, hey, you know what, I totally can spawn stuff right now, and then it'll spawn. And usually it's within about an 8x8 area from where this spawner is, and that includes vertical and horizontal. So yeah, standing like right here while I'm killing these things is a bad idea, because if I dodge something and it doesn't hit me, and it hits you instead, you're most likely going to die.
And you said this region was called the what? When you went off looking for it, you wanted to find a...
Yes, we are in something called a nether fortress. So you'll look around, you'll see that there's a lot of this kind of nether brick, very dark looking stuff. And these structures spawn naturally in the nether. They're very dangerous areas because suddenly the floor can just stop and there's no more floor. And it drops you in a big giant pit of lava. There's other monsters in here as well that can randomly spawn, such as wither skeletons. They are like a vanilla skeleton, but they are black. And when they hit you, it'll actually turn your health bar black, and you don't know how many hit points you have, and it'll start slowly damaging you over time. They're very aggressive, they're very fast, they will chase you down, they'll beat you up to a bloody pulp. So it's just a bad idea all around. Oh crap, there's 3 of them.
3 at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow. So you can get more than one spawning at the exact same moment.
Yep. And see, that one just shot his entire sequence of shots at me and missed. So what usually we'll do is people will make a little room here where they can just kind of come in here and farm safely at a weird angle, so they can't actually get shot. Other people, what they'll do is they'll make a little room with water at the bottom, so as the blazes drop, they touch the water. Water will damage them. Obviously, they're fire. Then they can kind of make a little bit of a farm that. Pardon me, just had dinner. The other thing we can do is we can use something called a dolly. We can grab the entire spawner, and then we can move it wherever we want instead of breaking it with like a pickaxe or something like that. We can also use something called a safari net. We can capture one of these little guys. We can take it back to wherever we want to go and use something called a powered spawner that will do the same effect as what is currently happening. So we can start to just farm the materials over and over and over instead of waiting for the automatic timer to do its thing.
And which one would you suggest doing? Like, which one do you actually prefer? Is it just what mod packs you're using at the moment?
Depends what you have installed on the server, and obviously it's all up to personal choice. But if you have the option, there's two ways of doing it. There's the Mine Factory Reloaded powered spawner. If you have a medium population server, that's kind of the recommended route. It does tend to generate a significant hit on server resources, so be very careful what you're doing with it. Don't have it always on kind of deal. And then there's the other one from a mod pack known as, not a mod pack, a mod known as Draconium, and that just has a different type of spawner that's a little more resource friendly. There's also, I can't remember what mod it is it Thaumcraft, or I believe it's Thaumcraft, but you can start to take a spawner and you can rip it apart and make it spawn faster, make it spawn more, that kind of stuff. So things are getting pretty hostile here. We're going to leave the general area. So if you just follow me without getting burned, that'd be good. Yeah, this way.
Okay. And speaking of server, you were letting me know that you're actually going to open up the server eventually to the public.
Yeah, so this particular server is known as the Master's Key. It hasn't been advertised anywhere yet. We're still building up the spawn area, our personal area that we're going to be living in, all that kind of stuff. And then once it's ready to go, we'll be broadcasting that on quite a few various forums. Obviously, the Minecraft forums directly. There's also Planet Minecraft we'll be broadcasting on, and there's one more that I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it will be public. It is running Cauldron, and so that means we can use various plugins from Bucket. People are very familiar with that. It gives us all kinds of things like teleport and flying and all that kind of cool stuff. And that's going to be operational probably, I'd say, at the end of August. It gives us time to get everything all set up, an economy and a spawn area and all that good jazz. And then we'll say, hey, come on in, and everybody can run off and do their own thing. It will be no PvP, and it will be no griefing. So, you know, for those that like to just blow stuff up and destroy things and wreck people's lives, sorry, don't come here. We'll just say no, we don't want that here. But if you want to come build awesome, amazing stuff, you want to go crazy with the building and build huge stuff, cool. That's totally what we're going to be doing as well. So you're more than welcome to join us.
Now, how often will you guys reset the server? Because I've played on a few other ones. It seems like almost every other week, it's everything that you just built is completely gone. And I understand at some point you kind of have to do that to reset stuff, so that new players can have space to, you know, like mess around. But are you planning on doing that, you know, like every week or every month, or?
It really depends on the community that we build. We'll probably set up a poll and all of that jazz and get some feedback as to what people are considering. I'm of the mind that the start period of the server is usually the most entertaining for myself personally. I know a few people who think like that. Other people not so much. They really like settling in and really just kind of going to town on whatever they want to build, kind of like what you're experiencing with that one server. Resetting once every week, to me personally, that seems a little extreme, but again, it's up to the community that you're building. It's just a matter of communicating and getting feedback and all of that jazz. I'd say probably maybe once every 3 to 4 months.
Oh, well, that would give you plenty of time to finish off a project for the most part. I mean, nothing really advanced, but because some of the stuff I've seen people build has been enormous.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've seen a scale model 1-to-1, so one block being 1 meter of various objects. I've seen Eiffel Tower, I've seen Sydney Opera House, I've seen Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, I've even seen the Great Wall of China. Literally every single brick was 1 block, and it was, I can't even tell you how big that was. It's, oh yeah, don't touch those.
Yeah, I've kind of figured that out
awesome.
now.
Yeah, anything that has the animation of fire is usually something that'll burn you. But as I was saying about the Great Wall of China, every block was a brick in the actual wall, so it was ridiculously massive. I don't know how long it took them to build that, but some
Yeah.
people, they just go to town.
Did they do you think they actually did that one block at a time, or I've seen actual mods where you can click, one block and it makes like 100 in the same row, and you can do an entire floor. You can just put down like 4 corners, and it will fill in the entire area for you.
Yeah, there are some mods that can do that. There's a popular one known as MC Edit. There's World Edit. There's Schematica, if you already have something saved as a schematic. Some people are that crazy and that dedicated. Obviously, teamwork helps. If you have people doing the same stuff, then it speeds up whatever project you're working on. But yeah, it really depends what the person's preference is. A lot of things that I've seen that are crazy cool, I can't tell. And a lot of people will do like a time-lapse video or whatever, and you'll actually see them running around, putting 1 block at a time down, and 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, out comes this amazing project that you're just looking at it going, I can't even right now. I can't comprehend what you've built. It's craziness.
That's very, very cool. What is those glowing, spinny yellow things over there in the distance?
Those are the blazes. So that's the kind of thing that I was killing earlier. And actually, hey, you can see right in between the blazes that are over there, you can see some of those skeletons. They look rather dark. Those are the wither skeletons I was mentioning in the other episode. Those are the ones that will hit really hard. They'll mess up your health bar. You can't see what's going on, how many heart points you actually have. All of that fun stuff that just messes with your day. And if you come down this hallway that I just made here, just pop up around the corner. And this is one of the things about the Nether that's risky. So I kind of wanted to go in this direction, and I thought, oh, I can just keep going, right? No, because if I had kept going, there's a pool of lava directly below us. And if I had fallen, it would have been my doom.
Is this thing non-hostile, or it just kind of jumps around?
That one is a slime that comes as a result of me mining the general area. I have a Tinker's Construct hammer. It has some slime as one of the pieces, and as a result, it periodically will spawn a little tiny slime to just kind of annoy me and whatnot.
And he will attack or no?
No, slimes are, well, green slimes are not hostile by default. The blue ones that are usually hostile. The green ones, if they are larger than the little one that you just saw, then yes, they will attack me. Oh, that's a spawner. Let's get out of here quickly. Just follow me, please.
And guys, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. If you do enjoy these videos, please hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely leave comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think about the new server. If you guys have any ideas or any questions you guys want to know about it, leave that down below, and we'll hit it up on the next couple videos here. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Dewey, do you want to say anything before we head out?
Yeah, before venturing anywhere dangerous, make sure you have a lot of food, lots of armor, and some weapons to kick some butt.
Till next time, guys.